What's up everybody, TJ here. Today we have a board that I've been wanting to test for a very long time. I'm super stoked to share this with you guys. It is the Signal Disruptor. Let's get into it. All right guys, so this is a board that has been ridden for a very long time by a local legend here in Summit County, Colorado that goes by the name of Kyle Mack. Maybe you've heard of him. Got second place at the Olympics back in 2018 with a front 14 Bloody Dracula. It was insane, super cool to watch. But anyways, this board looks incredibly fun. Super stoked to finally test it. But real quick before I get into the construction, for your reference, I'm 5'10", I weigh 155 pounds, and I rode this board in size 154. All right, so this is a Freestyle first, all mountain capable twin. It does have a true twin design, so it's gonna ride exactly the same in either direction, giving you that switch stance versatility that you want in these park-inspired snowboards. It does run a true traditional camber profile as well. So contact point to contact point, full traditional camber, gonna have that classic camber feel if you're into that. It does have a pretty tall camber as well, so it's pretty noticeable in the overall character of the snowboard. It runs a triax fiberglass layup. So that's 3 directions of fiberglass, both above and below the core. Gonna make the board a little bit sturdier and more responsive torsionally. I think it's the biggest benefit of throwing in that triaxial glass. Just makes it beefier when you try to twist the board, which makes it more all mountain capable and more responsive. You're gonna get a spruce core with poplar stringers. And that's really where this board gets all of its energy and personality from. It's gonna be that core, that triax glass, and a whole lot of camber. Other than that, it does run an ISOSpeed 7500 sintered base, so it's a little bit of a more dense sintered base material, known to be harder, more durable, and faster compared to an extruded base. As always, with this type of base material, you do want to make sure to wax it regularly so it keeps that nice fast glide through the season. But that's it for a construction breakdown on this guy. It's pretty straightforward. Let's start talking about how this thing feels out on the mountain. Let's get into just the overall feel and the flex you're gonna get out of the Disruptor here. So I would say flex wise, it's pretty close to a mid flex, maybe just a hair on the stiffer side of medium, both lengthwise and torsionally. It has a pretty comfortable, versatile feel to it. Type of board that I think most park riders are gonna be able to get a good hold of. And it's a lot of fun for butters and messing around with those types of maneuvers. It hinges pretty interesting where you can get some good flex out of this snowboard without having to work too much. Finding that balance point was very natural. I think right at the gate on this guy, I was feeling good on this thing, both for just kind of sitting in a casual press trying to get flex, as well as more dynamic tricks where you're like using that camber to spring out of the trick, do butter combos and all that kind of stuff. This board has a great feel playing around with all kinds of ground trick maneuvers, and definitely something I would encourage you to explore here with the Disruptor. And going along with that, it's a very poppy, snappy snowboard as well. I think you really feel that traditional camber a lot. It loads tension very well. It's gonna help give you some extra boost when you want it. It's not too difficult to figure out how to load it up and get that snap either. So this thing, very natural right from the get-go, and has just a fun, energetic freestyle feel to it, just right out the gate. All right, and when it comes to park laps and riding with a freestyle first approach, I think this board comes through with a very versatile feel to it. Although I will say, if you're like a more intermediate rider, or maybe you're just getting into the terrain park, learning the fundamentals, that's probably gonna be more board than you need. It could be something you could try to grow into. But if you do have some park laps under your belt, you got a little bit of a bag of tricks going, I think this is something that is gonna have a good feel regardless of what you throw at it. It's got some good pop, it feels good on the approach to features, it locks in well, it's comfortable sliding sideways, and has enough playfulness where it still makes those pressy, more techie tricks accessible, but at the same time, you can step up to those bigger features, larger gaps, and larger jumps confidently, knowing that you have something solid under your feet. It kind of lives in that sweet spot where it just has a comfortable all-around park feel that I think most riders are going to be able to get behind. Let's also talk about the carving and resort experience you're gonna get here with the Disruptor. Two specs I'm gonna throw out for you guys are the waist width and side cut. So at size 154, you're gonna find a 25.1 centimeter waist, which is a little bit on the narrower side of the spectrum, but still within that versatile, feel-good range that you're not really gonna be thinking about. Nice, nimble edge-to-edge transitions with this one, as well as a 7.8 meter side cut. So that's slightly on the longer side of the spectrum for a park twin, but still in that very versatile range. Feels good and comfortable at really any speed. And I would say when you're out there ripping around the resort, this is the kind of board that you're not really going to be thinking about. Just has a natural feel underfoot. It holds an edge well. That camber really comes through for you out on the groomers and when you're out there exploring. But if you do really start to push it, you will of course be able to overpower it. It's not like a carving specialist, but one of those boards for just mellow ripping and cruising, even, you know, maybe getting up to like 30, 40 miles an hour, trying to mob with your buddies. Not a board I'd be too worried about. Like I said at the beginning, this is definitely an all mountain capable twin, but does have its limitations. All right, at the end of the day, I think the Disruptor is going to be a great choice for anybody that's just looking for that very versatile freestyle twin, something that has good stability, good energy, going to feel good all around the park, capable around the resort, but isn't like too overpowering or feel like it has too much precision either. It's going to be in league with like your DOAs, your Huck Knifes, your Evil Twins and boards like that. So if you are looking for something like that, check out the Signal Disruptor. Super stoked to finally get on this one. I'm going to have it linked down below if you want to read a little bit more about it. And if you think I left something out in the review, let me know down in the comments. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. And if you did get some value, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel before you leave so you don't miss any future reviews. Thank you guys. We'll see you in a new one next time.